Good morning, everybody. This is going to be a quick little update on Georgia and some of the things that are going on. This also kind of goes and ties into Arizona as well. Uh, the Ronback Printing Company was a company that was asked, or they used that company to print out mail-in people papers. Well, we do know that in Georgia and in Arizona, there was multiple accounts of people signing affidavits, describing where they seen that there were no folds, the paper didn't look quite right, uh, there was no chain of custody, no barcodes. So what ended up happening was also there was a water main break that was reported in Fulton County, which caused the officials to so-called evacuate the building. And then we know that that's whenever supposedly, well, we do know that's whenever we had Ruby Freeman go in there and started running all those so-called under the table papers. And that was the call that was made. It was made by Ron Beck and his company. That's who was behind that call. They were also behind uh, the removal of the whistleblower who was working as a poll watcher and was trying to get the word out while this was taking place, what was going on, to let people know, hey, this is happening. They're doing all this, and so they actually removed him. They had police remove him from the building. Uh, so that was also Ron Beck's company who was behind that. And like I say, they were the ones that printed out all those people papers that had no folds. There was no, they didn't, like, I'm trying to think here. Let's see. It was, Fulton County had ordered 1 million papers and they had no folds in them. There was no envelopes ordered. How are you going to mail out a people paper without an envelope? They didn't even fold them. And of course, I believe they had to use shoddy paper because it was such a short notice. They only had 10 days to get this all out. Uh, the guy's name is Brian Ronbeck. That's the company that he's involved in. He also was involved in some donations that were taking place. Up to, I think 50 donations separately went to Act for Blue, the Biden for President, and Democratic Senate Campaign Committee. That was all done between August 15th through August 20th. Those donations were made by the same man from the same company. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds kind of like a conflict of interest. Okay, so this all ties into Arizona because they also were contracted to do this with Arizona. And we know that there was also coercion between the U.S. Postal Service and several other entities to kind of make this all possible. Backdating. There was also, don't forget, we got to remember now, we were all keeping up with this, but sometimes information gets by us and we forget. There was a man that was hauling a semi truck that had an old beat up trailer. They was like, why are they even using this old beat up trailer? And it was he were filled full of boxes with people papers. He remembers this. Well, when he had to park because he had reached his log hours for the night, he woke up the next morning and the trailer was gone. Truck, trailer, and all gone. Nobody, nothing was really done about that. As a matter of fact, that man that came out about that ended up getting under a lot of heat, and they tried to fire him, but somehow or another, I think he was able to persevere through. I don't know exactly how he's doing now because we haven't heard anything out of that man that was driving that semi truck. But he was a whistleblower as well, and there was also reports of the UPS truck drivers. These UPS truck drivers, I remember watching some videos and seeing the UPS truck drivers when they would back right up to the building. Then they also used cardboard to block the view of what they were unloading when people were just trying to video what was being unloaded. Now, that was strange as well. This was all happening whenever these things kept coming in. And so let's not forget about that. There's a lot of people who they throw so much information out there that it's easy to get kind of like clogged up and then forget what was going on from the get go. So let's remember all that. Uh, so anyhow, that's coming out. There's lots more coming out, and I'm going to keep everybody informed. So that's just a little update on Georgia, and it kind of ties into Arizona. Now, it's not over. It's definitely not over. Um, I know this God is in control. We are going to be all right, everybody. We just keep the fight up. We want to organize. Remember, we got to organize. I was really impressed whenever I know that it's sort of a conflict of interest with the BLM and our movement, but in New York, they joined forces, and you should have seen. It was a beautiful thing. That was one of the biggest rallies or protests I have seen in just a small organization, and it's going to get bigger. But BLM and MAGA crew came together, become as one to fight against tyranny. Now that's where we grow in numbers, and when you can say, for instance, you would think that that's sort of like like I say, conflict of interest, but there's networking going on. These people are being willfully educated at their own terms as to how they want to believe. Nobody's making them believe anything, but we're leading by example, and they see how things are turning out, and they want to be part of that. And so that's all just done just because they want to. Nobody's forcing them to, and that is an absolutely beautiful thing. Those are going to be some really good people on our side because they're getting fed up with all this stuff, and they can see they were being used and they were being grifted, and they want to make something right. So they're going to take their numbers and join forces with us. I really hope so. If we can forgive and forget what happened, I know that things were bad, but in life we can recall many situations on both ends of our actions that we've done good and good's been done to us, or vice versa, and forgive and move on and grow. So what that means is if we can join forces, we can make this happen. They cannot divide us. So organize, forgiveness. We call these people, like, if you want to call down to Georgia and make some more voices, make some noise, just make sure we do it with integrity and let them know how much we know about what's going on. A lot of stuff happening in Wisconsin. I'm excited. I'm feeling this. So anyways, thank y'all very, very much. Thank all the new subscribers. It's just absolutely amazing. I'm going to do everything I can to keep people informed, and just keep your head up. God is in control. I can't say it enough. We're going to be all right. We're growing. We're winning. Lots of love.